All right, what's up, everybody? This is your favorite family member, Uncle Mike. It has been a long time since the last time that I have come to you all with a podcast. Today, I am here, matter of fact, in the city at Dextergrinds. My setup looks a little different. So before, of course, guys know that I was doing it at my house. Now today, I'm actually at Dextergrinds. I have a car. You probably can't see it, but I'll make sure I post the information. So we are at Dextergrinds on Dexter in Detroit, Michigan, 4206. Again, right pretty much around the corner from my house. But I'm excited about today. I'm excited to be back. It has been a long time, and I do thank you guys, all of my friends and all of my family members who have said, Mike, when are you bringing the podcast back? It's been a minute. It has been a minute, but I am for sure happy to be back and happy to bring you guys a topic that hopefully you can relate to. So this is Black History Month. If you remember when I first started my podcast, I started in the month of February, and this is 2020, so 2018. So it has been 3 years pretty much. Kind of took some time off. I think in September was my last podcast. So it took some time off to kind of revamp and, as you see, kind of change the scenery. And what I wanted to do was to bring and put on for my city. I'm a proud resident of Detroit City, and I love what we have here, and I love the things that we have to offer that people pretty much don't know that we have. Again, this coffee shop is in the city. You don't have to go to a Big B or a Starbucks or whatever. Not knocking any of those, but I mean, we're here. So this first topic, again, I started in February in 2018, so we're going to pick back up in 2020 during Black History Month. At that time, it was the time of the Black Panther that was really big. So now has been a topic that I want to discuss, which is what do we consider a win? So this topic comes because, again, it's Black History Month, and I believe that we have become conditioned as African Americans to, one, accept mediocre or mediocrity when it comes to things that have been done to us or things that are being done to us as it relates as, I guess, just into the world. So we bring up a couple of scenarios. So you guys know, still to this day, I am real big fans of like talk shows. So, The Breakfast Club and The Real and even The View, for certain points that they have, or a lot of the podcasts that are on YouTube, a lot of the bloggers that kind of get a bad name, but a lot of the bloggers that are on YouTube, I listen to them and I kind of take from them and use, because I believe that we're all a community and we all should be able to kind of piggyback off each other. So there was an episode on The Real. The Real now has Jeannie Mai. They have Amandaseales. They have Lonnie Love, Tamara Mari, and they have Adrian Ballon Houghton, because she's married now. Oh, I forgot to tell you guys that I've gotten married since the last time that I was on this podcast. So, shout out to my wife. But so they had a conversation to talk about Jessi Small and their situation. Of course, we know that as it relates to African Americans in this climate, that we have to deal with, we're judged harshly. We are criticized and we are ridiculed for some of the same things that other cultures kind of take for granted or are privileged to, that they may not know that they have the privilege. So what we do is, so with the Jessi Smollett situation, he had, he was indicted for his charges on pretty much kind of faking a a hate crime or something like that to that point. I wish I followed it more to know the logistics of it, but I mean, that's pretty much it. Amandaseales, who is on the reel now, but has always been vocal on African American culture and African American standards, and the unfair treatment or of minorities, so on and so forth. So Amandaseales go on and she says, maybe I should take these off. Amandaseales go on and she says that Jessi Small should be admired, or what he did, because charges have been brought up again where he has pretty much they're trying to bring the charges back up against him. So Amandaseales goes to say that if he did it and he got away with it, we should kind of consider that to be admirable. That's the manager who runs the place too, you guys. His name is Isaiah. Cool guy. We had a really good conversation earlier. So Amandaseales that says that he should be admired because he pretty much got over, or he won the case from where African Americans have been wrongly and falsely accused of crimes and have been placed in jail for lesser sentences that are white people or maybe somebody else get, and it kind of all relates to our race. So I had a conversation with one of my colleagues, and we got into a conversation, not necessarily an argument, but so he's a white lawyer, and his standpoint was, you guys kind of should consider that a win because you guys have been treated wrong. So he kind of was on the same side as Amandaseales. I had the conversation with a number of other people, and we kind of went back and forth. And my stance on the situation was that it does not matter. You don't fight wrong with wrong. You don't fight racism with racism. You don't fight all of these things that we have going against us with the same thing, because at the end of the day, it doesn't do anything. It doesn't win. It doesn't make anybody feel. Well, to me, it shouldn't make you feel better. I mean, you have the instances or the examples that you burn me, so I'm gonna burn you. So then we just walking around and we all burnt. I mean, like, why is that the mentality? More so, I think the question is, why is that the mindset of, I believe a lot of African Americans, is that we take what is done to us and we take what is done to us and we try to find the win in it, which that's not the problem, but the win is so mediocre. Why not be, or why not feel that the win should be that we are treated equally as everybody else is treated equally? Why not the win be that because of this situation that happened, the laws were changed? Why necessarily do we have to take the lesser, the lesser win in the story and make that, those are our champions, or that's our champion win? I just don't agree with that. I don't agree with that we have to necessarily be limited to a lower victory rate because society has programmed, I think, us to take that stance. You think about, I brought up again, we think about the O.J. Simpson trial. O.J. Simpson. This is a crazy one too. Back then, he had the big old scandal not big old scandal, where he murdered his wife or ex-wife and his girlfriend, ex-wife and her then boyfriend. Back then, mind you, I was only in the second grade during that trial, but we had, black people, they were championing for O.J. Simpson. If the glove doesn't fit, you must have quit. I don't know if y'all remember that stance or that quote, but it was real big in the trial with attorney Johnny Cochran. But even back then, I think of the times where with the evidence that was up against O.J. Simpson, he killed those people. I want y'all to see me. He killed those people. And we fought it, and we went all the way to the end. He's innocent, and he killed those people. So I say that to say wrong is wrong. And later on, you see he had so much trouble with the legal system after then. I mean, we can attribute that to being black, but I attribute that to as in the great words of Nene Leakes, you never win when you play dirty. You never win when you play dirty. So, but we were, again, I think that, that was at the time of the Rodney King situation. And I think that what happened is we had become so used to being segregated against or the racist vibe was really big at that time that we considered, or we were okay with knowing that this man did that and he got away, and because he was black, we say, it's okay. I don't think, again, personally, I don't think that is okay. I think that, again, like I said before, you don't win. Wrong does not create a win. In this situation, two negatives together does not equal positive. In math, it does. That's for my math fans. In math, it does, but in this situation, two negatives does not equal a positive. And I believe that us as a race, we need to understand that justice, in my opinion, justice is not getting over. Justice is not getting a win and celebrating it at the expense of someone else. To me, I feel that we need to combat the things that has been designed to always go against us. Now, I mean, I'm not sitting here saying that it's going to be easy. I'm not sitting here saying that that it's not happening. But what I'm saying is that if we come together and if we work together and with everyone, we work together with everyone to kind of build these bridges to correct what has been done so wrong. Now, I don't want to sit here and make it seem like that I think that these things would ever disappear. I know that they would never disappear. But what I hope, I was about to get Dr. Martin Luther King-ish, and say, I have a dream. But I mean, it's a little cliche, but it is. I just have a dream where I feel that my son, who is 5 years old, when he gets older, that some of these things that has been institutionalized or that has went on and on and on will be eliminated by the time that he is in college. By the time that he has kids and he's able to say, back then we've had this used to happen to us. And I mean, it can go on and on and on, because my mother can say that to me. She can say that, times have gotten better, but I believe that we feel, I believe that, the racism and the segregation hasn't too much. It has changed a lot, but it just has come under a different name, or, gentrification, or, with the weed laws. Of course, we can make it legal. It's legal here in Detroit, Michigan, or Michigan, I guess I should say. It's legal to have a specific quantity of marijuana on you, but when you get stopped, you go to jail, or you get stopped and you go to court, for that offense, the judge has the right to rule that judgment any way that he wants. And unfortunately, it targets, I think, the African American population or the minority populations, because again, we just are judged more harshly in a lot of cases than most. So my I didn't want to be long with this one. I just kind of wanted to come back and get my feet wet into this topic and kind of be current with Black History Month, and just make sure that I come to you guys and express some of these concerns. And maybe you guys have had thoughts about, or maybe some thoughts that you have considered, but you have not heard those. So again, I'm just going to pub a few different things. You can follow me on Instagram. Just search the hashtag LTAIPOD for that's Let's Talk About It podcast. Search it on Instagram, search it on Twitter, search it on Facebook. These videos will be posted there on all of those platforms. I used to have a SoundCloud page. I may get back to it, but I'm not for sure, especially since I'm just starting back up. But make sure you follow your boy Uncle Mike. Make sure, again, I'm going to tag Dexter Grinds Coffee House so that you all can for sure contribute and come and support our city. These things that we have in our city, a lot of people don't know of, and they always say, that Detroit doesn't have things to offer. But it's not that Detroit doesn't have things to offer. It's that people are not familiar with the city, or they go on the outskirts. But we need to bring that money back into the city. So I am more than happy to support the business, and as you can see my smoothie that I have here, I'm more than happy to support the business, more than happy to support what is, what's being done in Detroit that most people don't show. So again, follow your boy Uncle Mike. Uncle Mike, just search Uncle Mike 63. Pretty much you'll find me, or LTAIPOD. Remember that if anyone has not told you that they love you today, Uncle Mike loves you. Thank you, guys.